Thank you very much. Right. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. Thank you for joining us for tonight's meeting. And tonight's meeting have a very interesting theme. Theme that we selected is in it for the long haul.
Progress.
This theme resonates very well with many of us present here now. In a world that often values quick wins, instant results, and immediate gratification, it's very easy to overlook the power of persistence and dedication over time. But it's precisely in those moments when we sustain effort, when the reward seems very distant, that we often find the true essence of the success and fulfillment. When we commit to something, to being with something in the long haul, whether it's our career, our personal relationships, or a personal goal, we are signing for just more than the destination. We are actually choosing to embrace the journey. There will be ups and downs and unexpected detours, but that's the journey that will shape us in life. So let's start like careers. Today's fast-paced environment, we sometimes expect to have rapid success, rapid promotions, recognition, and financial gain. But the real growth takes time. Careers, like any meaningful endeavor, are built on a foundation of continuous learning and continuous improvement, adapting and evolving. You may not always see immediate results in your life, but every step forward, no matter how small it seems, is progress. By focusing on long-term development, we gain more than just external achievements. We cultivate resilience, depth of experience, and the ability to overcome challenges and difficulties. Now, the same thing applies to our relationships. Whether they are our personal relationships, our relationship with a coworker, with a partner, lasting bonds require time, trust, and commitment. Friendship and partnerships trust when they are willing to invest time to communicate open, and when we are ready to be there in the difficult times together. It's easy to stay with somebody in a relationship when there are good times, but the strength of our relationship gets forged in the difficult times. We have to be patient and empathy with others. Meaning the long haul means not just showing up when it's convenient for us, but showing up when the other person needs. Now, let's talk about personal goals, which we have many in this group. We all have dreams, ambitions, and projects we want to pursue. But often we abandon them because there are difficulties, or it's not convenient for us, or something is not going the way we want it. The truth is, meaningful goals are not achieved overnight. Raise your hands if any of you have achieved a goal overnight on anything, on any sport. They require a long haul mindset. They require a mindset of in it for the long haul. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Remember that. When you are trying to master a new skill, to improve your health, to create something worth it, lasting, the path never is linear, never is easy. It's always going to be difficult. It's filled with setbacks, plateaus, and doubts. But success is often given to those that have persistence. So, what does it mean to be in the long haul? It means embracing patiently in a world that promotes speed. It means valuing the process over the product. It's about understanding the most worthwhile achievement in life, whether professional, relationship, or personal. There is no way to achieve success quickly. We have to build it slowly, intentionally, and steadily in it over the long haul. So that's the topic of our meeting tonight. So before we start, I'm going to introduce the team that we have here tonight. Our general evaluator will be no other than our president.
Akin is here.
Oh, Akin is here, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
But
tell
you changed it to me at the last minute, so I was told that our general evaluator won't be present here tonight. So we changed plans again, Our general evaluator will be Akim Onin, our past president and also distinguished Toastmaster. So Akim, please introduce your evaluation team for tonight.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Special greetings to our immediate past district director, distinguished Toastmaster Charlotte Ozen. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. To my fellow Toastmasters and the guests, we really appreciate you. I will be your general evaluator tonight. And again, my apologies. I have been traveling. I just got into town just like about an hour ago. So I'm so privileged to be given this opportunity still to be able to talk to you all tonight. As your general evaluator, I will evaluate anything and everything that goes on during the meeting. But I can't do it alone. I am responsible for all the evaluators. I'm also responsible for the accountant, the grammarian, and the timer. I don't have the timer's name here, but I can safely say, who is the timer tonight before I get to them?
Hey, Akin, it's me, Han.
Han, very good. Very good. Good to see you that you're coming back. That's impressive. Now, if the first person I'm going to ask, oh, hey, excellent. Thanks, Ann. I'm glad you're still smiling like you used to do like 4 or 5 years ago. That's good. You see, we're still smiling here too. Our grammarian tonight is Jacob Knowledge. Jacob, if you wouldn't mind just putting yourself off mute and then introducing yourself and your role, that would be great. Thank you very much. Jacob.
All righty, General Evaluator. Thank you very much for that introduction. I hope everybody can hear me fine.
Yes.
Jorge, okay, sweet, y'all can
Go
hear
ahead.
me. All right, well, we must start out with a little basic introduction about my role as the General Evaluator, and we'll carry on with this meeting. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce to you the word of the day. The word of the day is focus. I'm going to provide y'all with actually 2 definitions of focus just to try to get a better understanding for what focus is. Focus can be considered the center of interest or activity. It can be considered the state or quality of having or producing clear visual definitions. An example in which we use the word of the day is, give me 1 second, adapt for light. Pay particular attention to. So the study will focus on a number of areas in Wales. That is the word used in a sentence. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting and also report the usage of the word of the day. Thank you very much, Madam, Mr. General Evaluator, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Jacob. Let's give Jacob a big round of applause. You all know that Jacob has been an inspiration to this club, especially in the last 12 to 15 months. So thank you, Jacob, for being a part of this club and for all you've done. The next functionary on my team is the accountant. And talking about staying focused, if we are going to be focused tonight, we need to think about what we are thinking about. Otherwise, there will be a lot of again, to guide us through that tonight is no one else other than a veteran of this club, Toastmaster Jessica. So Jessica, please take it with your way.
Good evening, dear guests and fellow Toastmaster. Today, my role is art counter. So like Akin said, as an art counter, I will try to catch all the crutch word you are using during your speech. That's so that I'm going to record crutch word as so that you know any word that you use that not supposed in your speaking, then I will record it. At the end of the meeting, I will do an outcome report. Thank you. Mr. Junior.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you so very much. The next functionary on my team tonight is the timer. And when you talk about focus, without having a timer, we will lose focus within this meeting. Han has been a long-time member of this club. She went on a sabbatical, and we're so privileged that she's back. Han, please introduce your role to us tonight.
Thank you, team. I'm Han Ehrhart, and I'm gonna be your timer. What I'll do is time the speech. Depending on speech, I'll show up, and Jessica's gonna be my helper because I don't have a laptop in front of me. So I gotta just focus on the time and signal her when to turn on the red, green, and yellow. So it'll be green once you hit your time. For instance, if it's a 5 to 7 minute speech, at 5 minutes, it'll be green. At 6 minutes, I'll turn on the yellow, or Jessica will. And then at red, it'll be at 7 minutes. So that you can focus on your speech and it's still end on time.
Thank you very much, Han. Appreciate you. The last but not the least on my functionary team is the ballot counter. And the ballot counter tonight is no one else other than our current club president and former area director within the M division. And that's Toastmaster Toshin. Toshin, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Akin. My role as the ballot counter today will be to either electronically collect the ballots or collect it in person here after their speeches. So I would appreciate and encourage everybody to please send in the ballots when it's time. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Toshin. Now, we've been talking about staying focused, and that is the word of the day for this meeting. You can see that with us having the grammarian, the accountant, and the timer, we have zero excuse for us not to stay focused. And talking about that, I'm now going to turn it over to Mr. Toastmaster, who is going to continue to facilitate this meeting. Jorge, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. General Emanuel. Thank you for flying back to Houston so you can participate in this meeting tonight. And thank you to all the functionaries of this meeting, because without you, we couldn't have a successful meeting. So now it's time to get focused in the main part of our program tonight. We have prepared speeches by 4 great speakers that you are going to listen tonight. Our first speaker tonight is Jade Mateo, all right?
Yes.
Welcome, Jade. Jade is providing her icebreaker tonight. She is a new member of our club, and she is giving us her icebreaker on the innovative planning, pathway 1. So Jade is delivering her icebreaker tonight, as I just said, and trying to work as a program analyst to, can I say, Harris County Flood Control District, which we both work together. Jade proudly served in the United States Armed Forces for 7 years. She specializes in mental health. In her speech tonight, she will talk about her journey and transition from military to civilian, and highlighting the valuable lessons that she learned along this way. So please welcome Jade.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for the introduction, and good evening to all. Today, I would like to speak to you about my experiences going from the U.S. Army to my civilian career and what transitioning has been like for me in the past 6 years. This story started when I was 18 years old and I graduated high school. I decided to join the U.S. Army in search of new adventures. So when a lot of my high school friends were moving into their college dorms for their freshman year, I was running in the Oklahoma heat, climbing towers and throwing grenades, and that was fun while it lasted. But after 7 years of active duty service, I decided to transition into a civilian career. And once I made that decision to transition, there were many insecurities that flooded my mind. Some of them were what profession I would follow, what jobs would I look for, what was it like to have a professional interview. So today I wanted to focus on two of the main lessons I learned through those years and that I continue to apply in my life. At first, I was concerned about looking for suitable employment. I had never experienced looking for jobs before. I did not know which jobs were reliable, what job boards were good, and I did not know how to write a resume. So as anyone that is independent, I researched on my own and I tried to start the job hunt by myself. I then became frustrated when I didn't receive the results I wanted. At this time in my life, I was a graduate student. So one day I found in my student portal an ad for the career counselor stating that they could help students with job search. So I decided it wouldn't hurt to make an appointment. I made an appointment with them and we went through my past. My past in the Army was, my actual profession was a mental health, but I held many roles in the military, including research assistant to even generator operator and fuel handler for my combat support hospital. So due to my various roles in those years, it was difficult for me to connect the dots and do it in a way that was meaningful for employment. That career counselor helped me to create this new professional resume, and I began looking for employment. This helped me land my first federal job working in a military hospital. And that experience taught me that there are systems designed for students in situations like myself to navigate professional life, and I should use them. That no one expected me to know what I was doing and that I had to ask for help. There are no extra points given to those who do it all on their own. If I had decided to seek help sooner, I might have saved some time and prevented some of the initial discouragement I had felt. I share this part of my life with you all to challenge you to seek out ways to engage and support those who are making significant life transitions. Whether you're a veteran or not, there's always someone who can benefit from your experience and your guidance. And if you're ever in a situation like me, please remember that no one expects you to know everything. Ask for help. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jay. Thank you. Appreciate that. You took the time to prepare your speech. Excellent speech.
That was
And
awesome.
excellent life lesson for all of us. So I hope that you learned many lessons from Jay's speech. Our second, I'm sorry, I'm going to give everybody who is attending the meeting online a minute to send your comments to Jay, but Jay, unfortunately, you're connected to the.
Yes.
Okay, so if you can privately send comments to Jay, and here, the ones present here, if you can write something for Jay on a piece of paper and we can pass it to her. Really appreciate it. If you can please time for 1 minute. We really appreciate that.
Do we have an evaluator for all the speeches?
Here, we have a evaluator for all the speakers right now.
Number for Rafael too?
Number 4 for Rafia will be.
No, I don't think we have for up here. I'm not sure.
4 for.
So we.
I can
do it.
I can do it.
To be Rafael evaluator.
And evaluator for.
Jacob, did you sign up?
Jacob, I believe.
Yes, I did.
Jacob signed up to the
Jacob.
auditor. Okay, all right, thanks, Jacob.
Carol, are you saying hello?
Question, the people that I can chat with online are the people that are online now. I can't chat with somebody who is in the room where you are.
Correct. You
Yeah.
can, you can chat by private chat, you can send your comments to Jay.
Yeah.
She's connected right now.
So you would have to go to, let's see. You have to go to chart and then you have to click on, as against everybody, you have to click on Jade. And then that will help you to send it directly to Jade, as against everybody.
Okay, that's not working for me. I'm sorry. So I'll just, rather than disrupt the meeting, I'll just,
If you want, send me your comments by email. You got my email. Send those to me and I'll pass those to you tomorrow or later today. Will it work for you?
It worked for me.
Okay, perfect. With the meeting already?
I wish you didn't have. Do you want to use your phone for timer for me?
I think we have completed the meeting.
Yep.
So
Oh,
our
I didn't, sorry.
second
Yeah.
speaker of the evening is our longtime member, Ann Earhart. And she is completing the innovative planning tool also. She will be evaluation and feedback pathway, 5 to 7 minutes for the timer. And her speech was the art of storytelling. Han graduated from the University of Houston with a Bachelor of Science in Information System and Technology. And she also obtained an executive MBA a couple of years ago. That's why she had to take some time off from coming in.
Yeah,
She was
that's
too
why.
busy.
Yeah.
Han is a focused lifetime learner, loves to travel, enjoys reading, and time with friends and family. She is currently delivery leader for Cisco on high touch expert care. Probably later she will tell us more about what she does at work, supporting one of top Cisco's top customers. She leads a team that develop processes for delivering initiatives that drive efficiency and quality for their customers. Because we all need that type of experience in our lives. She empowers her team to deliver maximum value through her coaching and leadership. With more than 20 years of experience in the IT industry, let me introduce to you Han Earhart.
How many of you know about stories? Everybody, right? You guys been listening and hearing about it since, oh, yay, hi, or even inside your mom's womb. Tell me about a storyteller that's memorable. Anybody? Can you think of a storyteller that's memorable?
I can think of a few, but I don't know about the story, but there's some pretty good ones on social media. I wish I could tell
Right?
stories like that.
Right? Social media,
Yeah,
the movies,
yeah.
your books, stories are a natural part of our life. Most of the time when we're hearing stories about the days that our friends have, what's going on with their days, and stories about events at work. For instance, about a few years back, my kids were about between the age of 3 and 5, actually. They're at the age where they can actually communicate to their caregiver about their wants and not dislike. I was working for Cisco, I still am. And I was in Bellevue, to give you a little backdrop on Bellevue, it's in Washington. You've got all these nice trees and water, and then you've got really nice master plan landscapes of buildings and etc. So it gives you a really great backdrop to a business meeting. My phone rang, and it was my husband, and I was like, something wrong? Because he's at home with the kids with his mother. So I picked up the phone. It's like, is everything okay? He's like, yes, everything is okay. But I was like, but what? Why is there always a but when I'm out of town? And he said, but his kids want us to tell them a story the way you tell it. I was like, well, I read them books. I just pull out a book and no. That's not how you tell it. And thought about it for a while. So I focused a little on how I told the story. And I figured it out. I said, oh, I do it like a play. I immerse them in the story. I find whatever's around me and I tell them the story. And they become a part of the story. and it's more of an experience. Storytelling has been around forever. And often we're in meetings, project managers out there. How many project managers out there? Right? We're on meetings all the time, Scrum meetings, meetings talking about what's the next meeting going to be about. Well, we don't have to just sit there and be reporting on just data. From my experience, data can become a story, and story is what captures your audience interest and give meaning to the data that you share. For instance, my team and I were in a troubleshooting session. Customer's network was down with a big outage. And we were troubleshooting, we were trying to figure out what was wrong. And I had tons of team members from all over Cisco pinging me, hey, we know it's a big network outage. We know you need help. We know you want to talk to us, and we know you'll need any kind of technology help. Just ping me. I'm happy to jump on. Okay, great. Fortunately, I didn't have to use anybody. And fortunately, it was not our issue. So it was some other vendor's issue, but it was a story that I could tell to everyone. And it was this common story that I kept telling to everyone. We came to the meeting as one Cisco. We represented one Cisco wherever we went. I had a whole team of maybe 50 people ready to jump on the call and troubleshoot and bring one Cisco. And that's how I told the story to different leaders and to present, hey, our team is here to help you as one Cisco. And to different customers, as one Cisco, we are here to bring your network back up as soon as possible. So the context of your story is valuable. You can definitely go to a meeting, bring up a PowerPoint and say, hey, the slide with this arrow going up, it looks like we're making a lot of money. But it doesn't inspire. It doesn't encourage. It doesn't bring value. Well, if you're in a sales meeting and you're trying to sell something to the customer and you're like, oh, well, yes, I can go to the meeting and say, you should definitely put Cisco in your network. Our Cisco Care is top of the line with a big group of people coming here to support you. Or I can say, have you guys ever heard of Formula One? Any race car fans? Right? And in Formula One, they have a pit stop. Is that correct? And for the pit stop, you have a pit crew. Yes? And what does the pit crew do? They go in when there's an issue, change the oil, change the gas, move it all out, right? And get you right back on the road as soon as possible, correct? Well, we're your pit crew. Your network's down? Bring us in. We're here for you. We're gonna get that network back up and running and your customers on the go with their data as soon as possible. So I challenge you in your meetings at work, with your leaders, with your teammates, bring storytelling to it. Bring these meetings back to life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Helen. Appreciate it. Thank you for your great speech. We all related very well to what you presented to us tonight. Appreciate it coming back.
Thank you.
Our third speaker of the night is nobody else. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's give a minute for everybody to send. I guess you can we email you, or how would be the best way for you to receive the comments from the people?
Email it to you and then.
Okay, so if you can email to me the comments to Han, and what I will do is I'll email those to her, so you can send me an email or actually, if you want to put them in the chat them to me.
Yeah, you can send it directly to her.
I'll collect them and send them to Han. So please give us some minutes so we can.
And the screen so we can see the presentation for you. I think because otherwise you won't be able to see. Yeah, I'm showing that you can show the screen. Your screen. I don't know what is showing down on the screen. I think you have to select. You have to get out of there and select the screen. You can close. That's different. Check your screen, not that first. So stop sharing, basically. You are sharing. You need to stop sharing.
Put in the focus on him once he shares the screen.
One second.
There you go.
No,
there's
yeah,
one.
correct. Okay. And if you can close this so we can see. There you go.
1 minute up.
Okay, perfect timing. All right, so we got 1 minute complete. The third speaker of the evening is nobody than our past president, Akin Oni. Kim is a 2 times DTM, not only one, but 2, and he is working on his third DTM, if that doesn't know. He is presenting tonight on innovative planning, and he's going to talk us about how to present a proposal. The mechanics, the title of this speech is The Mechanics of Active Participation. Akin is an energy industry project manager and executive. And as I mentioned before, he has been awarded as a distinguished Toastmaster twice. And he has been member of this club since fall of 2016. So he has been a member almost for 10 years. He's currently working on the education board of the AACE International. And tonight, as he begins Part 2, Level 3, innovative planning of his third DTM, Akin will speak on the mechanics of active participation. Please join me in giving Akin a wonderful welcome as he delivers his speech tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. If you hear the word mechanics, what does that tell you? What jumps at you? Anybody, you hear the word mechanics. What jumps at you? Yes? Anyone?
Cars.
Yes? Anyone else?
Processes.
Processes, that's where I'm going. When you hear the word mechanics, you are talking about systems, you are talking about processes. I am here to propose to you tonight that for you to achieve your goal this year, number one, you must stay focused. In all my adventures across the globe, except in Antarctica, I've met widely successful people, and each one of them, they've got one thing in common. They have systems. They have process. When do I wake up? When do I go to the gym? When do I go to work? When do I focus on my passion? If they are writing a book, when do I start writing the book? How many hours a week do I spend writing the book? And so on and so forth. If we are going to be successful as a Toastmaster, we need systems. Tonight, my proposal to you is to consider the mechanics of active participation. What does active participation, what does it actually mean? It means intentionally engaging members of the club, intentionally taking on roles, intentionally doing what you need to do to collaborate with others so that not just the people you are collaborating with, but first off, you will be better for it. What are the benefits of active participation? Of course, like I said, it enhances collaboration. You have accelerated personal development. You learn by doing. And you realize that it actually affords you leadership opportunities. I tell people in my years with the Toastmasters, when I take on the Toastmasters role at a club meeting, or I take on the general evaluator role at the Toastmasters club meeting, those two roles actually enable me to learn how to facilitate getting things done through others. I am here to propose to you tonight that there are benefits when you participate actively. What are the key opportunities for active participation in our club this year? Number one, let me challenge you. Plan to deliver prepared speeches like I'm doing tonight. When you do that, you get better. You are going to make mistakes. Don't get me wrong. You are going to make mistakes. But failure is the recipe for success. If you have never failed, you probably haven't stretched yourself well enough so that you can be successful. Number two, take on meeting roles. Like I'm a general evaluator tonight, and I'm also a speaker. Maybe from time to time, we will have small projects. It could be an elections. It could be we're having an open house. Join that, participate in it. You will be the better for it. And of course, in the spring, we all know what we do in the spring, contests. You can participate as an officer or a functionary during a contest, or go somewhere else to another club within District 56 and participate. Some people even participate outside District 56. Here's my call to action for you all tonight. Active participation in our Toastmasters Club is an investment in yourself. It's an investment in many other people. And I just want to keep you focused this year by encouraging you that you allow 2024 to be a year of growth for you, to be a year where you improve your confidence, a year where you accomplish more. And you will only be able to do all this, like I said earlier, sign up for at least one meeting role per month. Deliver at least 2 speeches this year. Volunteer for a leadership role. Actively mentor or choose to be a mentee from a fellow member. And you realize that in so doing, you will be better. You are not going to be one of those people who are paying their dues, but they are just tiptoeing through the club without doing anything. It's very important for you to know that if you don't do anything, you are not going to really gain anything. It is vitally important that just like with everything in life, you get from Toastmasters what you give to Toastmasters. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, let me tell you that my proposal to you tonight is actually a summary of my life story. Focus on why you are here. Be unconditionally committed to what you want to achieve. Know what you know. Know what you should have known and understand the gaps and do whatever we can to engage other Toastmasters so that you can actually focus on the improvement that you need to engage on so that you can be better. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, how will this year end for you as a member of this club? Will you just tiptoe through everything that we're doing, or will you grab your membership by the horns, as they say? The choice is yours. But I ask you to choose to stay focused, choose to participate actively. And I tell you, fellow Toastmasters and guests, you will be the better for it. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Hakeem. Thank you for your challenges that you put to our Toastmaster members tonight. I'm sure that all of us are going to take this really seriously. And we're going to have at least, I would say 2 speeches per year. I would say 2 speeches per semester. What about that? I'll challenge you that. All right. Please give us 1 minute so members can send via message to comment, private message to Akin, or for those of you that cannot private message Akin, please email me or send me a message on my private message, and I'll make it Akin get that one. Preferable by email to me. 1 minute, please.
Minutes. Okay.
1 minute stop. Thank you very much, Madam Timer. So our fourth speaker of the evening is our past treasurer. She served as a treasurer to this club for several years. We are eternally grateful with Rafia. Rafia Safi is working on her dynamic leadership pathway, level 3, which her topic is about inspiring your audiences. And she has prepared a very interesting speech. It's very well speech for her upcoming retirement. Rafia has been a passionate teacher for more than 18 years. She loves teaching, and now she's preparing for her retirement, which is sad for her students, but it's good for Toastmasters, because I know Rafia is going to be more involved with Toastmasters now. She has been involved with Toastmasters for the last 6 years, Rafia, is that correct?
No, 6, I think
Rafia is
3.
working on her 3 years, sorry,
Yeah,
3 years. Okay. 3. So she will be sharing with us tonight what is going to be her farewell speech at work. So please welcome Rafia Safi.
Thank you so much. I believe I have the opportunity of sharing my screen.
Yes, you
I
can.
do have. Okay. Thank you
It's
so much.
multi-
Thank you.
We need to-
Good evening, everyone. It is hard to express and find the right words the way I'm feeling today. When I am planning to retire after so many years of teaching, and everyone knows that I'm good in crying, so I better not to cry today. Yeah, because it is unbelievable, and I feel like yesterday that I joined AMCS, that's Elite Montessori Community School. It is a bitter and sweet moment filled with memories, gratitude, and a deep sense of pride for the time I have spent in AMCS. I have had the honor of being a part of this wonderful community for 18 years. And during this time, I have worked with wonderful parents, students, and colleagues. And each one of you has a special role played in my journey. And I want to sincerely thank you for this. This is the place where I finished my training. I got the refinement of my professional job. I got the great mentors. I had my great colleagues, skilled and experienced colleagues, and they were guiding me throughout my journey. And whatever I am today is because of all that. To my colleagues and my administrator, thank you for your support, friendship, and sharing. We were all together in great successes, in difficulties. We were all together. We were celebrating some moments. And I would like to say thank you for my assistant who was with me throughout the time. And we have set the record of 18 years of partnership. And this is the record in our school. Nobody was together for that long time. So that's a great success. And then I would say that we had a great understanding together. So I'm really proud of her. And she was with me, Miss Carla, she was with me in each and every step. When we are beginning the classroom, when we are beginning the year, we see the crying kids, we see the kids who are having the runny noses, who are having the accidents, and she is all the time with me. And she was very patient and she was very helpful, and the kids were very adjusted to them. And I have a lot of memories to share, but there are some moments I would like to share with you. And I'm going to play my slideshow that I have prepared with you guys for you guys. So let's see if you all can see that.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, now it's coming.
Now it's okay.
Okay, we
Yeah.
can see it now.
Mhm. And I tell you truth, I'm greatly thankful to my team. And now after 18 years of my service, I feel that I was having a newborn and I raised that newborn to 18 years. Now I'm saying goodbye to that 18-year-old child. And that's how I'm feeling. And definitely I'm going to be starting I'm going to be in a new career, not in the new career, actually, I will be just doing on the side something with the school. But I am going to be starting my new life with my new activities, with my many new adventures and spending time with my family. But from the bottom of my heart, I will always be an educator. So I will always be connected to this school. I would always be connected to them. And I will be a teacher and I will be belonging to this community for all time. And teaching has been more than a profession for me. It's just like it has been a calling and one I have cherished every step of the way. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for the love, support, and the memories. Though I am retiring, I will always be an educator from my heart, and I always I'll carry out all of you within me as I move forward in the next chapter of my life. I wish you the school that can continue with the same mission. We have the shared mission to bring the kids to their maximum potential. That's our mission, and I hope that the school continues with the same mission. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Rafia. Thank you for sharing with us this important speech in your life. I know this is going to be a milestone in your professional career. Thank you for deciding to practice with us tonight and to bring it to Toastmasters. So I'm sure that there is going to be more than one person with a tear in their eyes hearing your presentation. You almost made me cry too. So with this, please, if you can give us 1 minute so people can send a private message to Rafia. Her speech. And again, for those of you that doesn't have a private message, please email me and I'll make sure that I email that to Rafia.
Remove pin. Yeah, remove the thing. How do you-
Yeah, so you can go, if you, there's
I have to try. Let me help. Select the speaker, so we should speak. No, actually. I think you, since we won't be, you can sit in the lab. Go back to the top and select the speaker. Thank you.
How are we
It's
doing
pinned
with
to
that?
that. You can see the pin.
Madam
Oh,
Tan-
thumbs up.
We have a little bit
The-
of technical.
Yeah, they're working on
Florence
technical
here.
difficulties.
we can hear you though.
Yeah, you can see us, but unfortunately, we can only see
Okay, so I
Rafael.
think, I think it's.
Okay,
I
keep
think-
it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So we are not going to have the second part of our normal meetings, which is the impromptu speeches, because we have 4 presenters tonight. So we are going back, we are going to continue with our regular program. So I am going to call our, well, before we get to the point, do we have, everybody qualify, all the speakers qualifying time?
No, sorry.
No, okay.
Jade, I'm sorry, you were 30 seconds short.
Okay, all right. So we only have 3 speakers that are in the contest tonight. That's fine. It's your icebreaker, so don't worry about that.
It's a good first.
Well, it's hard too, because I was trying to look at the screen for the red, green, and yellow, and it doesn't really show up
Right.
sometimes. Yeah, so it's hard in
Yeah.
here. So next time, I think what we should do is bring red, green, yellow folders or something. Yeah.
So with that, if you can, we are going to, no, yeah. If you can send your ballot counter, your ballots to our ballot counter.
I don't have any.
Oh, you don't- Okay, so you have to send those to me. So the one present, please write the name of the best speaker in a piece of paper, and I'll collect those. And for the ones of you that are remote, please text me, private text me, the name of your selected speaker. So again, it will be, the 3 of qualified will be Akim, Han, and Rafi.
Or they can send a private chat to you
Private chat to me on the selection.
on the Zoom. Yeah, on the Zoom.
On the Zoom.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, we need them immediately. We can collect them by email.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But they can-
So if you can please just give us a minute, timer for a minute, so
Yes.
everyone will get a chance to send the ballots. And I will collect them.
You only had one speech, so you heard Rafael's speech.
I just started in the 30s. I just wanted to share. No,
No worries, you don't have to write everything.
thank you. That's all right.
30 seconds.
Adora, we are private chatting to Jorge Alba.
Thank you.
Private chat to Jorge Alba. Thank you.
And I will collect the ballots for the people that are online. Okay, if you want to inside or over there. There,
No.
all right, perfect, all right. So with this, we are ready to enter in the 3rd phase, because as I mentioned, we skipped the 2nd phase of our meeting tonight, which is the evaluation. So I'm going to give the floor to our general evaluator, so you can please introduce our evaluation team.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster. And good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Our speech evaluators are Tosin, Esho, Jessica Son, Ohe Alba, and Jacob Knowledge. To evaluate speaker number 1 is Tosin. Tosin, if you don't mind, please take on the stage and evaluate our first speaker.
All right, thank you so much. Anyway, is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, thank you for the icebreaker today. I remember when I also gave my icebreaker, I had a bit of butterflies, I had a bit of some fear, some anxiety, but I can tell you that you did amazingly well. Now, I will evaluate you on 3 points, which they are connection, delivery, and content. Starting from the content, one thing that really stood out in your presentation is by starting off telling a story. Now, you all would agree with me that when we were kids, we always look out for those times when either our parents, our uncles, our nieces, our aunties will tell stories, either during the bedtime or any time of the day. And it's quite surprising that as we've grown older, the act of storytelling has kind of diminished. But I can tell you, just by starting off your presentation with a story, captivated everybody. And the way you started off, you said, when you were 18 years old, after high school, you got into the military. And of course, you had your fears, you had your, you had the anxiety and all of the actions and all of the activities that go into military. And then you did that for 7 years, which of course, you told us about a bit about your experience, which is also great as well. And of course, when you eventually resigned, eventually left the military, you also told us, continued that story part. So I thought the way you went about the story was really good. Now, in terms of delivery, I would say that next time, you delivered very well, but just a few things you can just put into perspective. Next time, I would encourage you to further utilize the stage. So this is your stage. I want you to own the stage. You stood well, but next time, just encourage you to use more of the stage, look into people's eyes. If it's possible, I know it can be a little bit difficult, but if it's possible, you can even look into the camera and connect also with the people virtually. Now, the last bit here, which is the delivery, I would say that one thing I also want you to, that I would really point out, of course, you did very well in terms of delivery, but just one thing is I would encourage you to just try and work on your vocal variety. And vocal variety essentially means that, the ups and downs of your voice, rather than just being monotonic, let it be a little bit more vocal, or just a bit of vocal variety. You can go down a little bit. When you were talking about the grenade stuff, you can say, "Oh wow, there was a point where you had grenade somewhere," something like that, just to ensure that you're captivating and connecting with the audience. And but all around, I want to say thank you. You did excellently well. I want to say thank you for your icebreaker, Jay. Thank you so much.
I wish you would have been different.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
No.
The next evaluator Who is going to evaluate speaker number 2 is Jessica. Jessica, please go ahead, put yourself off mute and evaluate speaker number 2.
So we can look at the.
So you put red.
Green for 2 minutes and yellow for 2.5, and then 3 minutes will be red. Sorry, I agree.
No, not till it hits 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh.
2 minutes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
so it's
time
like-
am I using? How do you do that?
Just to use stopwatch.
No, okay, so is it like, what's the time frame? Is it going down from like 5 minutes or something?
It's 3 minutes.
So if you just put it in
Yeah.
the timer,
Basically, you start.
just put it in the timer.
Sorry.
Just put it in.
One minute you give green, 2 minutes
Starting
you
2
give
minutes.
yellow.
Just
Just
stop at
regular
zero.
stopwatch.
Yeah, just stop. That's 0.
Doesn't go backwards.
Oh, stopwatch.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
regular stopwatch.
So you can go ahead.
Okay, hi, Anne. Thank you for giving us this wonderful speech. And I'm also going to evaluate with the three words: content, connection, and delivery. And basically, first of all, you have a very good preparation
Yeah.
before the speech. And you reach out to me as the evaluator and telling me what part you want me to watch for. That's a really good preparation. And you put a really good intro of yourself and your speech. So all that will bring the audience and myself to be prepared for your speech. So that's very good to start. And then when you start to deliver the speech, you start with a good question to get everyone involved and especially get our guests involved. And she's answering your question because you basically bring everybody into your speech, right? Get everybody interested. So that's a good part of the connection. And then for the content, you talk about the storytelling. Then you talk about the stories like you have with your family, how your husband called in the middle of your work, and then ask you how you tell the story to the kids, that how only you can deliver. And you also share the story at work, that how you work with your people and telling stories and all that. So that's really good because your topic is about art of storytelling. So all that brings us into the story theme, right? So we can learn how to use the storytelling and then to manage kids, family, with leadership, with management, and your client, and all the stories you're telling us. So that's bring all a great content together. And you also keep, we all focus on all your stories. So that's a really good connection. And delivery, you keep good eye contact with everybody and also with the camera. So that is very good. And you keep your voice high and low, different variety, and like everybody absorb into it. And you also asked me to watch for the choice of words. I think you did a really good job today, because like one part you said, immerse, how, when you talk about how you tell the people the story of your, how you tell your kids the story, because you make them emerge into the story. So I think that's a really good choice of word when you say that word, emerge. So that's really good. Call for action is really good too. So encourage everybody to use this technique and skills to utilize it at work and future life. And then the only thing I think you need to work on is the crutch work. So you're ready. Yeah, just watch out for that. And then for this feedback and evaluation, you need to deliver a second speech. So you can use the same story and then see how you do. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Good speech.
All right. Thank you, Jessica, for that wonderful evaluation. And to evaluate speaker number 3, that's myself, is Ohe Alba. Ohe, our immediate past president. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. So I guess I'll be evaluating you now as a speaker instead of General Evaluator. It's very difficult always to evaluate Akim. He's a very accomplished speaker. So there is very little that you can tell about how to improve in your speeches, but I am going to focus on the good things that I observed tonight in your speech. First of all, the delivery. You use a great background in your speech, as you can see right now. It's very interesting, but it's not too busy, so it doesn't take all the attention to the background that you are using. You also select clothing that goes very well with the background, so there is a contrast, but it's not excessively dark or light in what you are using. So basically, you can focus the attention on you without having to get distracted by the background. You also use you have a great use of your body and your hand gestures. Even though you are sitting, you can see that you bring the attention of the audience to you during your speech. So you get full connection with you during your speech. And definitely you have great vocal variety. You use a very calm voice, but not a boring voice. So as you go to your speech, you can see different changes of intonation and even different volumes on your voice, which is very good. The second item is content. Definitely you choose and develop a topic that is very interesting to all of us, it's very clear, and you develop in a way that we all get connected with you. You started with a very good introduction, you follow with a very clear and defined body of your speech, and especially I like the way you bring 4 challenges during the body of your speech to us. Try to present 2 speeches in a year. Again, I said to all our members, go for 4. Active participation in Toastmasters. And the 2024 you mentioned is the year that you will give the most to Toastmasters. And as I said, you give to Toastmasters whatever you get back from Toastmasters. And also, and more important, I think, is find a mentor or a mentee. That's a very important body of your speech. And then finally, you close it with a great conclusion, right? To focus on Toastmaster and your Toastmaster achievement. And finally, the connection. As I mentioned, you connect very well through all the members and all the audience. Even though you are using a computer screen, you connect very well with everybody. And the way that you speak, everybody was full attentive to your presentation. I didn't see anybody here or anybody on the computer that was doing something different. And again, you connect because you choose a great topic and you present in a very clear way. That is probably the most important part of the connection, that you choose what people want to hear and you know how to deliver your speech to people here to you and connect with you. Finally, again, I say it's very difficult to evaluate you because there's only good things to do, but I will challenge you next time, if you do it on the computer, to try to present standing up, because I never seen you on the computer present standing up, and I bet you that you will do a great presentation that way. So thank you very much, Akim, and back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Mr. Evaluator number 3. And the last evaluator tonight is Jacob. Jacob is going to be evaluating the retiring Toastmaster, not retiring from Toastmaster, but she is a retiring teacher, Rafia Safi. Over to you, Jacob, to evaluate Rafia.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. And make sure you have your pen and paper ready, because I know Rafia laid down a really, really good presentation, one in which I know you can take a few notes from there. Rafia, I can tell you with a great deal of certainty, you did an amazing job. And I thought the connection, just the emotional way in which you reached out to people, was one thing that I could say with certainty I felt throughout your presentation. You know, I personally myself, I don't have any kids. So making that connection through having kids, which is not something I make, but it's not something that I missed out on. to look at your presentation, to hear your story was amazing. You started out by coming out with this, I've been a teacher for such a long period of time, and these are some of my experiences. You did a great job of reaching out and giving credit where credit is due. Myself, I'm a civil engineer, so it's very important to give credit where credit is due. As many of us know, our careers and many of the opportunities that we take part in on a day-to-day basis could not be possible without the help of other people. So it's very important to give the credit where credit is due, because that right there makes those people who are coming up to replace you, essentially to take your role, to try and live up to what it is that you did. It gives them credit, it gives them hope, and it makes them feel, hey, I'm not going to be the next Rafia, but I'll do the best that I can, and I'm going to be the next me, and I'm going to do it the best way possible. So I can tell you from a personal experience, thank you very much for giving credit to those people, because I know that whenever I receive that credit, it is very impactful. So you did a great job on that one. Another thing that I thought you did a really good job of was you transitioned through your story very well. You transition from the beginning whenever you're starting to talk about, all right, I went through these trainings. This is where I started out at. You went through a point in time where you got the children at a very young age, and you were going through wiping the nose, maybe some accidents that they had had. I know in my own personal life, it's just like I remember some of the young family members in which I've had to change diapers myself. My sister is quite a bit younger than myself, and I remember having to change her diaper and wipe the poop off her. Maybe a little too much, but I can just tell you with a great deal of certainty that that connection of what you were saying to connecting with my own story was something that was amazing. So I would say your context is amazing. Your connection was just on point, and you carried it throughout. Your delivery was also very well. The words that you were using and the way you delivered them and stayed consistent, not to mention the way you use that emotional context to really reach out and leverage that on your audience, was a great way for them to connect with you. So you did a great job. My one bit of feedback, which it took me actually quite a bit to see this, was whenever you did your slideshow, instead of just passing through the pictures, the one thing I would recommend is making a connection to each of those pictures if possible. But other than that, you did an amazing job, great job, and I look forward to reviewing more of your speeches. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jacob, for that excellent evaluation. So with that said, Madam Timer, do all evaluators qualify?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Again, for voting purposes, evaluator number 1, Tosin Esho. Number 2, Jessica Son. Number 3, Ohe Alba. And number 4, Jacob Nolly. So who should we send? What's that?
Sorry. Tosin did not qualify. He went over.
That's what I was thinking about that. But again, because
Yeah,
I
sorry
saw the
about that.
timing of your red, yeah, I saw the timing of your red sign and when he finished. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so we have 3.
Jessica.
What's that? Han?
Jessica kept me honest.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Jessica. So Jessica, Ohe, and Jacob, the 3 J's. Jessica, Ohe, and Jacob. Those are the 3 people we're going to vote for tonight. So let's cast our ballot. Madam Timer, please give us 1 minute to do that real quick.
Gotcha.
So similar, the ones online, please send a private message to me, to Jorge.
Thank you.
Now we count the ballots online, and the ones present are already collecting the ballots here in person. So that's the way we follow the ballots. Okay.
Oh. Timer's up.
Thank you very much, Madam Timer. Now, as your general evaluator, it's now for me to call my team members to deliver the reports of their activities over the past 90 minutes or so. So the first person to deliver their report is the grammarian, Jacob. Can you please deliver your report to the club meeting, to the club attendees tonight? Over to you, Jacob.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. You know, I can tell you with a great deal of certainty, I thought the 4 speeches that we gave tonight were very exciting. All of them very well done. You know, it's great to see the starting out with the icebreaker and just Jadelmi's calm way of actually speaking. I know when I first gave my icebreaker speech, I thought it was probably the hardest thing I did for quite some time. And yet I hear Jadelmi over here giving a very calm, very well laid out speech. Akin, you do a great job as usual, but I would like to also say that Rafia, I definitely thought challenged her speech. So I just thought the presentations that we gave today are just, not to mention Han, you did an amazing job whenever we're talking about connecting with individuals and how sometimes the husbands, well, they really don't know what to do. That's why you're there. They'll give them a call. Well, they'll give you a call. So I think all of us did a great job on the speeches. I will tell you, Akin, great job. You came out strong when it came to using the word of the day, focus. So great job to you. I know Jessica, Han, and Jorge all did a great job of using the word of the day. So I definitely want to encourage those to use the word of the day as much as possible. Not to mention, if you hear or see a word, maybe from a coworker that you don't know, I encourage everybody and challenge everybody, look the word up, find out what it means, and then use it on a day-to-day basis. You never know how that's going to change the way you connect with somebody and how you present. So other than that, we all did a great job. Greatly appreciate those using the word of the day. I challenge those to use new words if possible. But other than that, back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Jacob. Good job. Next up is Alcantara. And to deliver the Alcantara report is Toastmaster Jessica Sun. Jessica, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. So as the outcomer of the day, I caught several crutch words, like myself, as I mentioned, I use quite a few R's and O's. And I catch more than 5 R's, several and then posting I didn't catch any. Akin, surprisingly, I catch 2 R's from you.
Wow.
They never happened before. And then Jade, I got a couple of Rafia, I got more than 5 of that's it. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Jessica. That was good. Excellent. Next up is our timer. And to deliver the timer report tonight is Toastmaster Han Erot. Han, the floor is yours.
I don't know, like, what we
You
do
just
on timer. Just tell them what the times are. Okay.
Just the name of the speaker or the evaluator and the time. That's it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Jade, 3 minutes, 35 seconds. On 7 minutes, 6 seconds. Akin, 6 minutes, 48 seconds. Rafia, 5 minutes, 39 seconds. Tosin, 3 minutes, 46 seconds. Jessica, sorry, it was under 30. I don't have the exact time. Jorge, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Jacob, 3 minutes, 19 seconds. I think we started on time, and we kept our 1 minute as close to 1 minute as possible. And with all the technical difficulties and having a hybrid environment, I have to say, the team here did an amazing job trying to keep up. So good job, guys.
Thank you, Ann. Okay, we've got about 4 minutes left. In terms of the overall meeting tonight, I would really like to thank everyone for bringing their A games tonight. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you to all the speakers. Thank you to all the evaluators. Thank you to all the guests. Thank you to Madam IPDD, as I like to call her now, for showing up at our meeting. That was very, very, very good to see you here tonight. We really appreciate you as always. And with that said, I'd really like to specially thank Rafia. In this club, people come to meetings to actually talk about what they're going to be talking about. And you did exactly that tonight. I mean, what's an inspiration that you are to this club? You know how very much I appreciate all that you do here. And for you to do what you did here tonight, Rafia, that was amazing. And you take all the feedback that you've got, incorporate them into your actual speech. When you get out there, you realize that everybody is going to be asking you to probably give them your autograph. So thank you so very much, Rafia. You are such an inspiration. With that said, I will quickly now turn the control over to Mr. Toastmaster. Our immediate past president, Ohe Alba, the floor is now yours. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. Really appreciate it. And thank you for all the evaluators for participating. Definitely, as I said at the beginning of the meeting, we cannot have a successful Toastmaster meeting without having good evaluators and a good thing here tonight. So it's the most important part of the meeting. We are going to announce our winning for tonight. So let's make our best speaker of the evening. Nobody different than Rafia Safi. Then the best evaluator for tonight. Make some noise. It was Jacob Knowledge. So we have ribbons for you guys. So I will either send it electronically or in next time that you join us in person, our president will give you your ribbons. So with this, we conclude the evaluation portion of our meeting. So I'm going to pass the gavel back to our president.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. We are just about time, and I would like to take another minute of, from us. Bearing in mind that some of us, we were driving about maybe 30 minutes or even 1 hour back to our various homes and destination. But I would just like to say one thing. Mr. Would it be so kind for you in 30 seconds to tell you why you joined Toastmasters?
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. President. I was invited to Toastmasters when someone came to my PMI speech. And she met me, and then she told me, Akin, you gotta join Toastmasters. Lo and behold, I joined in the fall of 2016 because she said, even though I wasn't thinking of, or I might not be thinking of how I could be better, but there are people within Toastmasters that would appreciate my voice. And that was it. And I showed up, the rest is history. And I'm so grateful that even though she wanted me to come into Toastmasters and inspire others, I have actually been inspired a lot more than I've inspired others. And that's why, for me, and with respect to the meeting theme, that was why I chose those two key words, the theme as well as the word of the day, because I wasn't sure who the grammarian was going to be. I'm in this for the long haul. There may be times I'm not available because of business needs, but I am in it for the long haul. I just want to continue to encourage us to stay focused, because when we stay focused, we will understand why we're here. We will do whatever we can do to achieve why we're here. And by so doing, we will actually inspire others. Thank you so very much for giving me this platform. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Akin.